Strong social connections, including those with a best friend, are vital for emotional well-being and community building. Psychologists say such connections offer emotional support, reduce stress, and enhance a sense of belonging, contributing to overall mental and physical health. Well, let's deepen this discussion now as founder BFF Lifestyle, Mrs. Adetoun Jegede, discusses the significance of connections and the impact on emotional and well-being and the organization's role in advancing the cause of friendship and community building. Well, thank you so much for joining us on Newsday.
Thank you for having me.
So let's start with, meaningful connections. How do they impact our emotional well-being, mental health, particularly in today's fast-paced and often isolating world?
Thank you very much. So friendship and social connection is, I like to say that it's a solution to problems such as anxiety, loneliness, depression, because you will agree with me that a good friend, a quality friend can bring you out of those things. And that's why we've taken it upon ourselves to preach the good news of friendship, sensitize people about quality and authentic friendships, and then celebrate it.
Oh, wow, that's, it's sweet. It's necessary, it's timely, it's relevant. But what was your original inspiration for creating the BFF Lifestyle? Of all things, friendship, people don't, it's not necessarily one of the things you think about when you think about issues, but especially now when discussing mental health and such. So what inspired you to create this? What's the story behind the BFF?
I'm going to start
Lifestyle
from where you stopped.
Okay.
The fact that people don't really talk about it, but you will agree with me that it's a core part of our being.
Definitely.
Even as a married person, if you have problems, sometimes you don't want to talk to your spouse. You would rather talk to your friends first. And so it started from a book that I wrote titled Building Forever Friendships.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where it started from. So I wrote this book 3 years ago, and then we wanted to launch it, and I decided to do a book launch and a conference. And when we called for the conference, thousands of people showed up. I was like, it's a real need. People want connection. People want a sense of belonging. And since then, we've had different editions. This last one was the third one.
Okay, so talk to us about the initiatives and programs that BFF Lifestyle offers to foster friendship and community engagement.
Okay, so the first one is it used to be BFF Conference, but this year we went all out and called the BFF Festival, where we would bring friends who have been friends for a long number of years. Last year we had 40 years, people who had been friends for 40 years in their 60s. This year we had Pastor Yemi Davis and Pastor Godman Akinlabi, who have been friends for 25 years. And then we bring younger generation also, people who have been friends for a couple of years, to come and educate everyone and make them see that indeed friendship is important and you can also desire and have good friends. So we have the BFF Festival, which is usually about this time because it's in celebration of the International Day of Friendship, which is 30th of July. So we have that. And then in February, we have this event tagged Feel You. It's also a celebration of friendship, but because February, Valentine's Day, everyone is talking about love. So because of that, we talk about friendship. Even if you don't have a lover, just come. Let's celebrate. Galentine's. Well, this is not necessarily a female thing. So yeah, we have that as well.
In our age of digital inundation, where everyone is on social media apps, they're in their phones, they're doing web conferences, etc. Is this something that you discuss in any of the programs, like navigating in-person friendships versus pen pals / social media
even long
engagements,
distance friendships,
long-distance friendships,
absolutely. Because it looks like, so I saw a post recently, it's not friendship, but then I saw a post recently where somebody said, AI, please make me a boyfriend or something like that. Give me a boyfriend. And, she put a picture and there was a picture of a guy. And I'm like, things are getting really worse. So, technology is really trying to take over social connection, but we cannot overemphasize the importance. So yes, we talk about that as well.
But isn't it possible, to also leverage technology, social media, to support community building and, forming friendships?
Yes, that's what we are doing. That's what we are doing, leveraging social media and also using it as a tool to, encourage people. For example, I have friends that I've not seen for about 7 years, 9 years. I mean, it's social media that keeps us going. It's technology that keeps us going. The check-ins and everything. It's true.
But for the introverts, who find it very difficult going out and connecting to people, one-on-one, face-to-face, what advice would you have for such people?
I would say that friendship is important, connection is important, and you should be able to, as a person, learn and unlearn. Yes, you are an introvert, but if you are told to come and collect money somewhere and defend yourself, you will go. So if you understand that friendship is very important and it will literally open doors for you, you will do what you've got to do. So you can actually change the perspective and just open up your heart to the idea of making new friends. Yeah.
And there's also the darker side of friendships too. I don't know if you guys offer counseling sessions.
Yeah, we talk about friendship
therapy.
hurts.
Yeah, there's the friendship breakups, there's the toxic friendships, there's the friendships of convenience, etc.
Yeah. We had a therapist join us for this last one.
Okay.
Because we understand the balance. Yeah.
And what's a piece of advice that you would give to someone who wants to be a better friend or be more active and find a community in, let's just say Lagos? Let's start here.
I would say put yourself out there and be intentional. There are ways you can strategically position yourself in places where you don't have to put it on your forehead that, hey, I'm looking for a friend, but you make connections from there. So put yourself out there and be very intentional about it.
So what opportunities exist, for collaboration and partnership between BFF Lifestyle and other organizations or stakeholders, to advance the cause of friendship and community building?
So for this last BFF festival, we had some brands jump on it, which was really beautiful. We had Fruity Life as our headline sponsor. We had Malta Guinness. We had Close Up, Providence Bank. So I would say that for brands that connection is at the core of the value and the services that they offer, this is the opportunity to actually partner with us so that, we take that good news and their own message also to, the ends of the earth.
And we've been watching the clips of the festival. I'm guessing that just previously happened, and I do see quite a few men pop up every once in a while. So men are allowed too, because there's a whole discussion about male friendships.
Yeah.
But what's the long-term vision for the BFF Lifestyle? How do you hope your brand will evolve and meet the changing needs of the people that you engage with?
Is to take it, honestly, outside Nigeria, outside Africa, partner with organizations that, see value in what we are doing, and then take it to the ends of the earth. That's it for me.
So what challenges do individuals and organizations face in building and maintaining meaningful communication, connection, and how can these challenges be overcome?
So there is conflict, because where you are dealing with human beings, there will always be conflict. People will get on your toes and all of that. How can they overcome it? Emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence and just, understanding people for who they are or different people for who they are, and then just shifting your perspective and also reminding yourself that you are not perfect as well. You need to just find a way to get along and keep things moving, because in an organization, for example, work must continue. Whether you have conflict with your colleague or not, you have to, do what you've got to do. So just understanding and having emotional intelligence, and then gaining knowledge where you have to.
Well, what kind of knowledge would you recommend that people seek out in order to be a better friend?
I would say read my book, Building Forever Friendships.
There we go.
Yes, read my book, Building Forever Friendships. I've had a lot of people read it and they've said that it has made them a better friend. So yeah, I'd recommend my book.
And talking about the other side of friendship, the toxicity, the betrayals and all, for those that have experienced that and have more or less retreated into their shell, how do they begin to overcome that? How do they get back into the social network and form meaningful connections?
So because we've established that human connection is something that is really part of us and we cannot do without, I would say that you should analyze the situation. What happened? You know, take responsibility of your own part. See how you could have done better. See what the other person could have also done better. Take your lessons from them, and then believe for better friends in your future. Don't say because people have hurt you in the past, and because of that, you are not going to have friends anymore. No, the people who would make life more meaningful and beautiful for you are still ahead of you. And I would just say, open up your heart for such people to come.
Well, those are definitely words to hold on to and to live by. Are there any final notes that you have for our audience in terms of the BFF community and just, you know, living a healthy, happy, friendly life?
I'll just say, remember that you were not made to do life alone. If you're doing life alone, that's not the right way to go about it. Yeah.
Well, Mrs. Adetoun, Jegede, founder, BFF Lifestyle, thank you so much for joining us on Newsday.
Thank you for having me.